early.
What's good, folks?
Yerp.
We are back. It's another episode of Early.
Once again, man.
Appreciate
Subscribe.
y'all tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the
Subscribe.
channel. It's been a pretty dope week, actually. Pretty eventful. I mean, I know it's been crazy for you.
Yeah.
This nigga went viral over, what was it, like a few days ago?
Unintentional.
This nigga woke up.
Never went viral like that.
That's what I'm about to say. That's
Never went viral like that.
I mean,
Didn't
there's
have to wake
not.
up to, well, yeah, it happened in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And then I just knew when I slept, I said, this shit's gonna be crazy when I wake
I was
up.
finna say, like, there's not many people that can actually say they've gone viral like that,
Yeah,
because your
yeah.
shit, what is that, like 100 M right now? Like
12 million impressions.
that's so many.
1 week.
112 M is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That's a crazy number.
Niggas have needed that for
But
so
people
much shit
that
we do.
I know, he
Like,
said,
man,
he said the
man.
timing couldn't have been better.
Man.
But for folks that might not know that they've been under a rock, I mean, I've been under a social media rock, low key. Like, explain to folks like what happened.
Yeah, basically not. Just, my family got good news last week. My aunt had woke up from a coma that she had been in since towards like the back end of 2011.
Yeah, first of all, let's give it up for that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
that
Like,
was
that's
amazing.
crazy.
Yeah,
Shout out
when
to
I heard the news,
dog,
I was
yeah.
kind of just like, wait, what?
God is good, man.
I was like,
That's
for
crazy.
real? I was like, for real?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, it's lit.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm seeing the videos and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's lit.
I'm sitting here trying to think about like what I would do in that situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how, because as soon as you told me that, I'm thinking like, damn, like really, let me put myself in
Couldn't
a
even
family member of
imagine.
yours shoes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not even your
Right.
aunt specifically, but like somebody in your family. It's like thinking that you don't have that person no more, and then you do. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
And also to the point, it's like for them, it's like two things are true, I guess, simultaneously. Like life kind of got froze in a moment,
Mhm.
but at the same time, you still age in that
Mhm.
time
Yeah.
as well too. So not like your body did experience that 13 years. It's not
Yeah.
like
Oh,
you're just
yeah.
boom out of like some frozen.
You don't come back like if she was 40, she comes
I was
out
froze where I
53.
was
She don't
at.
come back 40. You know what I'm saying? Like she come back
you know?
53. Like
Yeah,
whatever
so,
it is.
Right. So, but yeah, man, like that shit is really lit. And a lot of people that engage with stuff like I really did not care to engage with a lot of shit, whether good or bad. I was like, let me just look at it. I don't want to talk because again, it was like the literal tweet was my aunt just woke up from a 13-year coma. That was and like exclamation marks. And obviously you have your trolls and stuff like that too, but
How do people troll that?
trolls like he don't even have an aunt, or like when I put early,
Yeah.
early in the morning show, when I started seeing that this shit's getting millions of impressions, of course I just copy like a link to this show,
Yeah.
and post that I've made referencing this show and just put it under, and obviously like of course this was one joint. Humanity's so despicable. Like, all of this for a podcast.
Motherfuckers be so mad.
It basically was like, oh, this was the push-up podcast.
Yeah.
How sick.
He said, what is this promo? Like, there's a promo post.
These people are agreeing with each other in the comment.
No, you know what's
I was
funny?
just geeking. Like, I
Nah,
was
facts.
geeking at
It's
that,
so
like,
funny
what?
because I think I'd seen that, right?
How would I know?
Yeah, no facts, bro. It's so crazy. Yeah, it's like how would you know
Like,
that would be the thing to
aunt
take
coma
off, right?
Viral.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Come on, man.
But it's so funny because like I'm sitting there thinking like that, anything that you put under that don't have nothing to do with you know what I'm saying the outcome of your aunt. Like you know what I'm saying like it don't change or it don't change the what happened. You know what I'm saying? It don't make it good or bad or whatever. So to me, I'm like, and you're not asking anything of anybody. Like you're not like, oh, like go
100%.
donate to our GoFundMe so we can get her up and go. You know what I'm saying? It's not like so. I'm like, what are folks like? I don't even understand what the trolling is
Tell
about.
you, but it's so funny too because there's also another like people I think like just social media is accustomed to when things or stories of this nature just come about, people dropping multiple accounts of the follow up.
Yeah.
Happen. I'm like, no, it ends there.
Yeah.
Like
You're not gonna see
it. Like I've seen many a time. You go on TikTok and people have part 1, 2.
Yeah.
Keep on watching.
They want to
and
build.
people-
They want to
people
build off
are
of it.
tuned
Yeah.
in. People
Yeah.
build a
They
whole
get invested in the
following
story.
on a
They get
story
invested. They get
somebody
invested in
had,
it.
right? And I was like, and people want the updates. Yo, what does she think?
Yeah.
I'm like, No. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. Like,
we can show some of the like because social media went and like the reason it went viral was because like people started to now add like stories about like like what's been going on in the last 13 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you had shown me this joint with LeBron.
Yeah, this is when I was sent,
which is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
LeBron James page, but obviously like I got some mutual.
But things like this, the Netflix joint was crazy. I don't even know if I could pull that joint.
Oh yeah, the Netflix.
But the Netflix joint was crazy, where it's basically like keep the DVDs.
Bro.
Because you got to think like the world is completely different from when she, let's say, like went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like the world is completely different, bro. I'm thinking about just like how we engage with each other,
People
bro.
were
The
telling
internet.
me things I didn't even know, like what, like yo, did you tell her about the club? Like Club Arsenal hasn't even like yo, so many things.
Everything that's relative to their what they care about, right?
Everything relative to people's world. Like I was kind of even learning. I was like, oh, I didn't know that, or just bringing up facts to me. I was like, oh, I guess you're right. Like the LeBron James was funny. He's like, yeah, have you told her LeBron James is still been killed? Have you told her Aaron Rodgers still has won 0?
No, they said the Jets haven't made the playoffs. Haven't made the playoffs in those 13
so many
years.
Things. Have you told her Messi is still the best player in the world?
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
So many,
I'm also trying to think of like, I mean, you got to think, dog. Like, let's talk about the TV shows. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen?
You sent me that one joint. Crypto was at 0. It was at 0.
Somebody was like, "Yo, they're like, Auntie's about to tank the market." Like,
what if she had like 2 Bitcoin or some shit from like just somebody just sent it to her and she just had it, right? That's the best. It's funny because like that's the best way to buy and hold right there. You know what I'm saying? Like just buy and hold because you wouldn't have to deal with all the fluctuations of the market.
2 Bitcoin because at that time it's like, yo, you could have had 1,000 Bitcoin for the price of
facts.
Like fucking
$1,000. It was probably nothing. You know what I'm saying?
So.
That's crazy. And then I'm thinking about the TV shows, bro. Like, she could catch up on Snowfall. She could get introduced to Snowfall.
Doesn't even come years later. There's the main one, and this is actually I probably responded twice, maybe like the day after, and to one, I was like, yo, this is a good one because I know you don't watch the show, but they're like, yo, you gotta tell Auntie about Game of Thrones. So I was like, you're right. I was like, you know what? You're right about that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn. Yeah, like, because you saying Snowfall. Like, Snowfall don't even start till 2017.
Yeah.
We got 2011. There's some mad shit. Like, you didn't even like.
I think Atlanta, Insecure, like all these shows that were like cultural moments.
Even like taking it back to sports, they're like, yo, she didn't even see LeBron win the first ship. I was like, wow, right,
his first one,
right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, he did it. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then it makes me think, I'm like, man, what have I done in my life? 13 years, it's kind of crazy. You know?
Like where did she leave you? Yo, facts. Oh shit,
so
that's crazy.
It got, even that year in itself. Is
your hair. You didn't have dreads back then, did you?
I didn't have dreads.
She probably could see you, be like, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah. Facts. Not even the braids or fro.
That's what I'm saying. I think when I met you, you had like a baby bush. You had a baby bush.
I remember. Yeah, you met me with a fro because
it didn't look like you were even growing it out. Just like you hadn't had a haircut in a long time.
I remember we even went to. It was many times. 2017, we went to that draft class, and that's so crazy. Like, it's so crazy how
Mitch Trubisky. I think he was the first overall.
Because he was the first pick. I don't view as the fact. It was like, yo, we was at the joint where Mahomes and Deshaun Watson.
Oh my god! I do remember Deshaun Watson getting drafted. I don't remember Pat Mahomes getting drafted. But I was like,
yo, we were there when these guys are coming in the league, and nobody can project like what a dude like Mahomes was about to do.
And I remember seeing Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid walking around.
Shit was all good. They were the talk.
I know they were literally like side by side, like they were like best friends. I'm not gonna size it, but they was like, you know what I'm saying? Like people were just following them around. Like
they were both not playing. Like it was still
the process. It was still the process.
They're about to play. And,
yeah,
you know they had some good years before that shit fell off. But
and even thinking about all the different teams KD has been on in the last 13 years, like you know what I'm saying? She was like, wait, you were the Warriors, then the Nets, then the Suns. Like what?
Harden was there.
I know.
Harden was still with the Thunder. Like
facts. Crazy
things,
dog. Oh my God, just completely missed the Harden run that we was talking about last week.
Right. So many things, bro.
That's crazy. And I would even say, going back to that Thunder team, just like real quick, 3 of those niggas won MVP.
Yeah, like every.
That's crazy. Yep. Russell, James, and KD.
Yeah.
But not wait. KD won it on OKC or not?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, yeah. I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm. He got his. The other ones were final MVP.
Yeah.
He got his.
Yeah, but it is crazy to just think about, like, because I feel like this is kind of a reflective moment too. Just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of in a funny, fun way, cool way.
Bro.
Just to think about like all the ways that like life has just moved
100%.
in the last 13 years,
look,
bro.
I mean, you know, and no one got delve too much into it, but even just the political realm, right? Politics.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't. Would you really believe like
bro,
Trump
the man was on
been
TV. He
like,
was a reality star.
And like, what if I'm like from the future coming back to tell you like, yo, not only is Trump gonna have win a presidency, but he's going to run 2 more times, and even though he lost the next one, he has a very good chance of winning the third time.
He's gonna get assassination attempts on his life, like all kinds of. It's crazy to think about. What's actually, it's crazy to think about how like the political landscape. That was such a like we think about like all these. I feel like every election cycle, there's like these big like things that are talking points for the moments, and they come and they go.
Right.
But it's really interesting because I mean, he's even now a convicted felon. Fucking Trump is like.
It's one thing to be
crazy,
updated as time goes, but it's another thing again if it's like what we're saying, it's like
just get this
automatic 13-year-old
just trying to get this update. Just trying to get this update of all the things that have happened. That's insane, bro. Because even you know at the end of the year they do those like Kenan Thompson and Kevin Hart, they do that little like recap of the year, and some of those times those things seem crazy. Like, oh, like this all happened in 2023. What? That's crazy.
Like,
oh my god, yeah.
I mean, bro,
oh shit, AI would have rocked somebody's
What lane
world.
do you want to go?
Facts.
Fuck. Like,
cryptocurrency is a valid thing. You know what I'm saying? AI is a valid thing. Like all the, I mean. Cars driving themselves is right around the corner. I mean, it's here, but it's right around EVs. Like there's even the electric joints. Like it's crazy. The hoverboards. She missed that movement. Motherfuckers is on hoverboards.
Bro, I'm telling you, viral dances.
Dances. Like I mean, the rise of like what? So it's crazy because I'm thinking, okay, 2011, social media was out. It just did not look like what it looks like today. It's crazy. Like social media is the there's IG.
Or it came out in 2011.
It had to have been. It was something like
out in 2011.
Yeah, because
I was. You know what?
I was in college with an IG.
It came out that year because I got on 2012.
Yeah,
and it was still.
Yeah.
I wasn't like new to
people.
it.
People taking a picture out of like their window. You know what I'm saying? Like it had there was no aesthetic to like your feed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
No aesthetic to your page or your profile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was no. You know how motherfuckers have like. The story highlights and they got it aesthetically like you know
what's the story? You gonna read something?
You gonna tell me a story? What? Nah, just what I was saying with the way that it's changed though is like social media has almost become what the internet is, and then everything else on the internet is kind of like secondary. You know what I'm saying?
I also think like in that time period, right? Social media was. It morphed from something.
It was probably like 5% of what people were doing on the internet.
It was a way to either keep in touch with people or to follow up with people, and then that shit actually changed into the number one news outlet.
But also people that you already knew.
Right.
It wasn't really a way of like meeting people.
So this is the reason why
maybe because I'm thinking like AOL.
The reason why I say it like that though is because in 2010, 2011, I was adding people like Nipsey, Wiz, Currency.
Oh yeah, facts.
Like so, I'm saying there was a time early in these networks.
I'll never forget. I could
reach out to.
I had a back and forth with Haley Williams from Paramore. I'll never forget that. That shit was so random.
It was kind of like today. Never. But
facts.
like back then. They see it.
And they'll talk back. Yeah, 100%.
Facts. So
like Wiz Khalifa was big for doing that. Currency was big for doing that.
So that was the time. And then it morphed to just literally, no, this is the number one news outlet. This is the number one news outlet. And the thing is, because of the algorithms, everybody can curate theirs to what type of outlet you want it to be for you. But you're going there. Or even if you don't go there, just know you're getting it at a slower rate. It's coming to the socials first.
It's coming,
Like if you're waiting
by the time you see it on
news,
the side by it's already been talked about. It's already been discussed. There's already like people are even reporting on the comment sections of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
and you have
people
whole dialogues on things,
and then people will report on that.
Before you can even think of, so it's crazy shit. The internet
and just to add on to it being the main media platform or like news outlet, it's also the main source of media intake. Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Right. So with that
Merch,
means that
right.
it's now the number one source of advertising. You know what I'm saying?
And I
So
mean,
like,
and
you go on there, you can't go on any social media app for more than 6 seconds without seeing an ad.
I'm telling you, and you know that, like, because I know you're dark off the socials, but you know, if you go on the socials, it's campaign season. Like, this shit is.
I mean, I see it on YouTube.
Right,
I see it on YouTube.
Right, but I'm telling you, just know, like, Elon, he getting busy on X. Like,
Is he?
He's pushing that Trump
Really?
shit hard.
Like him as he's on his face, like doing.
He is using his. If you go to his account, it is pro Trump. Like,
Oh,
I am using this platform
Yeah.
to get this man off. Like, for instance, I didn't check it myself, but YouTube has actually made it very hard for you to just go watch the Joe Rogan Trump.
I heard that.
Like, you cannot, it will not just pop up.
Yeah.
And like, Elon's like, here it go. Like,
I'm weak.
Because you know now.
So just watch it here.
Yeah, because now, like, if you got a verified account on there, you can post whole fucking. You can
Like
post
3-hour long shits.
even more. Yeah.
Okay.
As a post, right? You need to be verified to be able to do that, but you do have the capability to do that. So
Yeah.
people sometimes, there's a thing. Something like people be like, call these people like heroes. Sometimes like a movie you haven't seen in a while. It's not on any streaming platform. People like, fuck it, pay the full version. Here.
Oh, we.
You're like, yo, I can really just load this up, HDMI, and I can just watch this motherfucking movie. Like,
facts.
shout out X. Like,
facts.
so yeah, it's crazy. But I just said that to say, yeah, to the points of what you're talking about ads and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, bro, like anything that any type of messaging somebody's trying to push, it's definitely happening in there.
And what's kind of like gotten annoying with that is that there's so. I mean, I guess this is a good thing. But it just is what it is, right? And what is super annoying is the fact that like any old bullshit can be posted as an ad, and then like, you know, you put some dollars behind it, and now it's just all my fucking in between my YouTube videos every fucking 5 seconds, and it's like the stupidest things. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the stupidest things, but you know, whoever paid their fucking AdSense fee, their AdSense dollars, now they got it in front of me. But nah, that shit is crazy. But I guess that's what it ultimately came like. That's what it was ultimately not meant to be. I'm sure Mark Zuckerberg didn't say, oh, like, you know, I'm gonna do this thing so that one day, you know what I'm saying, I can sell ads on it. But that's kind of how anything that gets that amount of attention, ads always end up there. You know what I'm saying?
100%. So now I'm just,
shit, Silicon Valley. She that movie. I mean, the show. That used to be my shit. If I could watch that shit all over again, that'd be crazy.
Facts, bro. So many things, so many shows, bro. So yeah, man. So just now, just looking at it, like engagement going up, and then that enabled like the monetization on the X. And again, the thing I said at the top of the show that it's just funny. It's just like. I take it in stride because I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, bro, it's like this is the type of engagement niggas have been.
You should have been got this.
Yeah. For whether it's this show, whether it's the music, whether it's the other work that I'm pushing on everything, I'm like, it's like all this time put into these types of things, and you know, you build it for something, and it's like. You just post, and luckily it was good. It was
good news.
You know, but
yeah.
But at the same time too, I do be like, huh?
It's the most randomest thing. It's like as talented as I am.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the most random thing that had nothing to do with me is the thing that goes viral. That's crazy.
And shout out, you know, friend of the show. Shout out, you know, my bro Tej. You know, he kind of told me, he's like, as it like. I've been in the group chat showing this shit, and everybody's like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Showing the Netflix, like, yo, what the fuck? This is crazy. And then he's hitting me. He's like, offline, he's just like, yo, bro, like, I see you're not tweeting enough. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, you don't get these you don't just get eyes.
It don't just
like
happen.
This.
Yeah.
You know, and Trees is very
gotta capitalize.
He's very conscientious on engagement. He's been getting his X checks since they've enabled. Because Trees has always been a guy with followers on shit because of his OnlyFans.
His shit would always go.
Yeah.
He'll always get in those like tens of thousands
100%,
engagement,
you know,
all the time.
But even him, he's telling me, he's like, bro, I never had nothing like this. He was like, you need to just be pushing and all that. So I just took it in stride. And you know, it's so funny too. I don't even know how IG works. IG is actually very interesting too, because I had posted that on my IG story. Like I just took a screenshot of the tweet, put on my IG story, and bro, I had 1,000 people view that story, and I was like, how did? Bro, yeah, like the most I've ever had on the joint was maybe the high threes, and that's I can't even like
3,000s,
300,
300s. Oh,
and that's I can't even really tell.
So
you
that's
when
like 3 times that
happened. But that 1,000 though happened. It was 1,000 viewed in like probably the first like 9, 10, 11 hours, and I was like, how do y'all know? This is a story.
And was it amongst like, other
it's
things?
It's not a tweet.
But was it amongst other things?
No, it was literally.
It was like people saw all of them.
It was literally of that day. It was probably the first one I just had put out.
Yeah.
But I was like, wait, how is it like?
But don't they got it where you can still see like you can preview a story before you actually press on it?
I mean, I guess, but I'm just more so saying, how did y'all know I didn't post this the other day? How come? Like, I'm just like, how is it? Like, maybe it's shared. Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody shared. So not only is like 1,000 views, but like the likes of the story. I was scrolling
just
like
scrolling,
this, and it was like I was like, I was saying, motherfucker, like, I didn't even know you was tapped in.
Yeah, see, motherfuckers, like, I didn't know you was still following me.
Was liking it. I was like,
I didn't even know you was tapped.
I was like, oh, word.
Yeah.
Yo, it was. I was. The IG shit, because I'm like, again, Twitter you can see.
Yeah.
IG you have to interact to even see what the fuck somebody got in your story.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, this is interesting. So
nah, that's crazy.
There's something to that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Nah, but shout out to Auntie, man, because I do think it's really incredible. Like I think that whole situation is incredible. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's probably why something like this went viral, because it is incredible. Like that don't really happen.
There was a lot of bless.
Yeah, that don't really happen.
That was the majority. Like, yo, that's amazing. That's God.
God did.
Jesus, like,
God did. Facts.
Yo,
nah, that's incredible,
facts,
bro. Because I'm literally thinking like. I don't even know what it's like to be in a coma. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is that like just one long ass dream? Because like obviously there's something going on that's keeping you alive. You know what I'm saying?
Got me. I've definitely.
Yeah, I'm perplexed with that one.
I'm so curious to the point that it's like I don't want it to just be a thought. I do want like an account.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my aunt she can't really tell it herself at this point.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm kind of like trying to like read, like, so, I told you there was a book my sister told me about that she was about to get. I was like, yeah, I'm about to go pick it up myself, because I'm like, I actually like to know the account of somebody that has went through that. Like, how
that'd be
is
very
that?
interesting to know
how
too.
Is that? And then I even started like, what was the longest coma? There's somebody that woke up from like a 20-something year coma. And I was like, wow. So I was like, it's one of those like one in a. Literally, but
like somebody might do a news story on her like that because that's
over
that,
there 100%. It's another thing too that I did think it was funny. It was a funny comment. People would just be like, "Yo, who paid that bill?" Like, there's that who paid that bill with insurance thing. They're like, yo, what? Like, I don't.
Dog,
they're like, yo, congrats, but who paid? Like,
what's funny because like, not even who paid it. Like that shit still. If that shit just happened last week, that shit's coming. Like that shit's. You gonna get that bill like maybe 3 weeks from now.
100%.
Like, and what's crazy? This is crazy because I was just thinking about this recently because like I had a doctor's appointment like back in like June-ish, bro, like months ago, that I thought was taken care of, and I'm just getting a bill for it now. They're talking about, and but you know what I'm saying? Usually my insurance covers all this stuff, so so they're like waiting on this. They're literally calling me talking about like, oh, like your insurance is saying that, or like we can't get a hold of your insurance. I'm like, y'all got my information. It's the same information it's been for years. Like, you know, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? So like now I'm having to dig into it, but the thing that just was very interesting was, one, I'm in the doctor's office and they're not really, they don't tell you what things cost. You want them to do something, they'll do it. Then they'll bill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they'll come for the bill like after, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll bill you like weeks, months later. But like you're held to that bill, which obviously, I understand that. But it's like when you're there, like, you know, anytime you go anywhere, they tell you what you're paying for. Like they tell you what when you say what you want, they tell you how much it costs. You know what I'm saying? Doctors' offices don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like medical places, they don't do that. They'll just be like, do you want this? Yes or no? Yes. Consent. Sign. Yes. All right. We'll bill you.
To make the whole thing is, I feel it's like that ease of trying to get you.
Yeah. Because if you hear the price, you're gonna start contemplating. Like, actually, do I need this? Right. You gonna start having. Like, I think I'll take care of this at home. You know what I'm saying? 100%. That's crazy.
WebMD it.
Nah, facts. But nah, man. Like, just you gotta bless up to your aunt, man. That's very dope. And your whole family. I'm sure your whole family's geeked off that.
For sure.
But there's a lot going on in the sports world too. Like just as we transition into, you know what I'm saying? 100%. Sports, there's so much. I feel like this week between NFL and NBA, there's been so much shit going on. Where you want to start, man? Where you want to start?
I want to start. We take it to, and we was talking about Anthony Richardson. We will get to him.
This guy.
We'll get to him.
Okay, you don't want to start
there?
there?
I don't want to start it because I mean, just literally, just think about it, right? You don't get to. We're not. You don't start anymore. We're not starting with you. Like, hello, like we will get to you. Don't worry, we got shit to say, but not now. That's not how we're starting. That's not how we go. That's not how we're gonna go into this show. But anyway, I wanted to talk NBA, and I just wanted to talk a surprise team. That one thing, I'm loving my Lakers. That's not who I was going to talk about.
What are they, 4-0 or something?
No, we just lost to the Suns.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah. After they beat the Suns.
But I am so high on JJ. Like, I love how the ball is moving. Everybody moving the ball. AD is making an MVP campaign. I'm loving it. But
four games, bro.
Yeah, 100%. But you know what's funny? What's funny again?
Talk to me.
You know what's funny is if we go on by the stats, and this was like for real, didn't notice. Every season LeBron James has started 2-0. He's won the ship. And I was like, so you telling me that many seasons he has not started 2-0? I was like, wow, it's 1-1, huh? Like for a
But the NBA, you know what's so funny?
Nuts.
The NBA it's such a long season that the first like 10 games are really like bullshit. I'm not saying they're bullshit, like they don't matter, but they're, the first 10 games
again,
are like
the one thing again that just got me on some wow is and I'm like, this is JJ. I'm like, the ball is moving and plays are happening, not ISO or waiting around. Somebody standing in the corner. I'm like, oh, wow, this is the game I love. Mm-hmm. I recognize this. This is amazing. I love this. Like, so that's dope. But the team I was going to say, bro, I wanted to say on a surprise tip that I'm just loving. Yo, the Clippers, I don't know if you've been watching them.
I have.
Because
I saw them play the Suns. Saw them play the Suns. I think it was their first game.
Yeah.
And
that was
forced overtime. Forced overtime. And they were down like 20 points. They were down like 20, 30 points in that game. Then they came back and forced overtime.
And they've won every game since then. But again, I know it's early in the season, but the thing is, the reason is they've had a big change, right?
I will say Norman Powell. I think when they played the Nuggets, he went crazy.
We're gonna
he dropped like 37 or something.
So like fucking, Kawhi. I'm not gonna lie, man. We got that Kawhi fatigue, man, for sure. I'm just like, yo, bro, like, when are you gonna get right? Like, and I know you can only help it so much, but it's like, if I'm like Steve Ballmer, I'm like, fuck, what?
With Kawhi, there's no like sense of urgency to be on the court for me with him. It's like, oh, I'm hurt. And I'm out indefinitely. When I come back, if I come back, I come back. Like, there's no sense of urgency.
It's like, go away for the playoffs.
And that's what I'm saying.
You'll be hurt again. And I'm like,
and he'll take himself out.
Right.
He'll be like, I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, our team doctor says you're okay. I'm not playing. It's like, I'm not okay.
That coupled with Paul leaving, right? You're like, oh, the Clippers is gonna be, in the bottom half of the West, shit like that. But I'm like, nah. One thing I've seen happen is like, James Harden, I think he's a player that's caught so much unnecessary flack. The past couple of years, he's just done what the team have wanted from him, from the Sixers. It's not your team, it's Embiid. So, okay, I'll average 11 assists. I'll be a dimer. Oh, you go to the Nets. I'm with KD, and I'm distributing until I get injured. This shit blows up. Now I'm with the Clippers. I'm with Paul and all of them, and I'm just trying to be a team player. Now it's kind of back to James Harden as the system. Like, we forgot that James Harden, even at his age, is still capable of being that guy as long as you have pieces. I'm looking at Zubac like, oh, my God. Ivan Zubac is having, again, early in the season, but this boy is acting unusual. 23 and 12. To start
that's
the season,
not. I wouldn't call that unusual for Zubac.
I'm more so saying it's on.
He showed hella flashes of that last year.
It's on the natural progression of his incline. But this year he kind of like, I know I am the second option. But then you have a dude like Norman Powell who has always been a dynamo. He is a scorer. That's what he's been known to come off the bench. But now he's in the starting rotation. Like you said, bro, I'm watching that Nuggets game and I'm like, bro, this is not new. The volume has went up. This boy is automatic anywhere from the court. You want a three, you want to drive, you want mid-range, whatever the fuck. And I'm looking, and to see Jeff Van Gundy, I'm so glad to see him back on a coaching staff. So he's been on. I was like, damn, we grew up with dudes like Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy as coaches.
And then commentators. And he's a damn good commentator, too. I love Jeff Van Gundy when he's calling games.
But I'm like, deep down, these motherfuckers want to be on that bench.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's the defensive specialist of the Clippers. And I'm like, this defense, they got Derrick Jones Jr., Chris Dunn, amazing pickups. Like, this shit is hellacious. I'm like, wow, bruh. And now I'm like, I thought these teams were, like, maybe going to be out of the picture of the playoffs or maybe play-in. And now I'm like, oh, the Clippers are in the thick of things. A team like the Nuggets, I'm like, yo, the Nuggets look really bad. Yeah. They look, and Russell Westbrook, I hate to say it, bro. Like,
it's not making sense.
I hate to say it, bro. Sense. Like, it hurts me to say it, but when they pushed Melo out of the league, I never thought that Melo was not serviceable. It's just maybe an ego thing. You didn't want that type of player at the end of your bench. Chemistry just real weird. Just got to push him out. If they did that to Melo, I'm looking at Westbrook right now. I'm like, bro, this is the last stop.
Yeah.
I thought the Nuggets was like, I was like, with Jokic,
redemption.
This is the perfect fit. It can work. If the first 3 games, bro, is again early, but it's like
it's so early.
It is again.
But I saw he went like he went like 0 of 8.
He's on pace to what he's been doing the last couple of years, and he is a net negative on this team.
I heard a Stephen A take where he was like it was like his bold prediction or some shit. He was like he thinks Russell Westbrook is going to elevate the Nuggets back to he said that if they win a championship, he thinks it's going to be because of Russell Westbrook. He said he's going to bring that dog to Denver.
I was saying that 2 weeks ago. And I was saying that 2 weeks ago.
No, when Stephen A was saying it, I was like, I can see that. I can see that.
I was like, you're right.
I look at the box score of the game like 2 games ago. It's like 0 of 8.
Last year, you noticed that they missed Bruce Brown. You know, even a guy that wasn't so crazy of a name. It's like, yo, he had a real role. When I seen Russell, I said, oh, yeah, you good.
Yeah,
he could substitute. Even though Bruce Brown hit the 3 more than him, I was like, no, that's a good substitute. That's cool. He'll get him right back on track. And I'm just looking at this shit when he's on the court. I'm like, oh no, Russell, give it up, please. Just give the ball up, bro. Yeah. You're fucking it up. Michael Porter Jr. I don't know what it is. And Jamal Murray too. I love Murray, but towards the tail end of last year, the Olympics, and how he's coming into this season?
He was in the Olympics?
Yeah, Canada. He did.
Oh, he played for Canada. Okay,
no,
sorry, I thought
he did horrible. Yeah. I was like horrible. Because you got to do like Shea on your team.
Shea was on that. Shea was killing.
Horrible, bro. And now I'm just looking at him now. And
RJ Barrett was actually
looking at Nuggets like, and I'm looking at Jokic to start the season. You could kind of already tell Jokic may have a career scoring wise because it is needed. I don't. You're really looking at, and if you're Jokic, you're like, yo, which one of you motherfuckers gonna step up?
I look at Jokic as like
tough. I don't know.
Jokic is like that lunch pail dude. Like I know what I'm gonna get out of him, and I know I know that he's gonna be consistently nice at all times.
He's the best 3-point shooter, bro. He has the most threes on the team this year. Yeah, I'm like, Porter, that's supposed to be you.
It's supposed to be you.
He got the most threes. He's the best point guard. He the fucking. I'm like, yo, bro. I don't know what y'all want him to do, but I seen the Nuggets regressing. But
you don't think
I see the Nuggets regressing. Nuggets regressing because I'm looking at the West. The Kings with DeMar DeRozan, look fucking good. Yeah, I really like that. It's like De'Aaron Fox. I have scoring all around me. I could and I score too. Like it's really fun to watch them. They're really looking lit.
I mean, Golden State is still looking. They're looking good.
Steph just got injured with the ankle.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But
I looked at the first 2 games. They won by like 20, 30 points.
I don't know where Wiggins has been the past 2-3 years, but he cut the fro. I don't know. I'm seeing Wiggins do some shit I ain't seen in a long time, and I'm like, wow, where is it? They in the mix. I'm looking at the Rockets. You know, the Rockets got something. Jalen Green. I'll tell you right now, the players that I'm looking right now in the breakout years that I'm already seeing. Did you see Paolo Banchero yesterday?
50-something. This
is a breakout year. Yeah. This is a breakout year. He had 37. Bro. He had 37, 8 and 9 and a half.
Yeah,
8 and 9.
Yeah, and that was stupid. It's like he had to have been responsible. He had to have had a part in every thing that happened in the game, like points wise, rebound wise. Like how do you have that in one half?
There was this dude named Alex Caruso. I don't know if you know. He's like a betting dude.
Not the basketball player.
No. That Caruso.
You said Alex Caruso.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, they got that. Oh shit. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
He was looking at me like I said something wrong.
I said it twice. I was like, Caruso. No, all right. That is hilarious.
The way you just stopped in your tracks, dog.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's hilarious.
He said, "No, that's Alex Caruso."
Not the player.
I was like, "You said Alex Caruso."
That's hilarious. He's like a line guy.
Yeah, I got you.
Sports line guy, and he be calling it to vet his info. He's like, "Yo, Banchero is under in 6-for-6 games with Siakam versus Siakam. Siakam caught 2 fouls early.
Oh, really? Had to
Sat
sit
down.
Really?
Explosion. I was
really?
like, like it's not that you didn't read it wrong.
That's his Achilles heel. That's his Achilles heel.
Because I'm looking at the Pacers too. Like, I feel like Tyrese Halliburton too, looking like he got space jammed. That boy looks.
No, he looked regular. He
is 2 for 18 from the 3.
You know how they say? I mean, because I saw the game when they played the Knicks.
Bro, he's looking.
The Knicks, he went 0 for 12 or some shit like that.
He had a donut.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
You're a best player. I don't and that's the type.
And
of
they got blown out. Like it was over in by the third quarter.
And that's the type of shit, bro. Again, yeah, I know it's early in the season, but no, under no circumstance is the franchise number one
gonna do that.
Supposed to put a donut up.
Yeah, and what's funny because they always say
4 assists. I'm like,
they
bro,
always
you're supposed to be the passer.
They always say, oh, when niggas go to the Olympics and they come back, they go. No. No. He left all his shit in Paris.
Meanwhile, Tatum looked like he's trying to get MVP.
Facts.
Tatum definitely looked like, he heard all of this shit. Like, we won the finals.
Yeah.
Y'all just think I'm what?
Like, I mean, but hey, you got to manufacture, whether it's manufactured or not. I don't know because it was real. But you gotta have that dog in you to keep you going like that.
The blessing for him is he didn't even have to manufacture it. It was real live hate. It was real live faking on him.
Crazy because they just won the finals.
100%. So I'm seeing that Celtics looking like dogs. Looking at the Bucks, I'm like. They're 1-3. I'm like, yo, man.
Yeah, and they're getting good production out of Giannis and Dame. Yeah, they're just not winning games, which is it's weird. Chris is out. Bench. Chris Middleton is out though.
Yeah, man, and that's like, yo, but that's like a theme now. Like past 2-3 years, he's just out, and it's like, as a team, it's like, yo, bro, y'all have to like plan around that now. Just like how Clippers are playing with not expecting Kawhi. That's why I'm like, imagine when Kawhi
they'll be better for it.
That's gonna be nuts, you know. So
and even with like the Grizzlies when they were playing without Ja, you know what I'm saying? And now that Ja's back, like
now,
it's
and the
good.
thing about the Grizzlies, if you've been watching them, it's like they got a lot of guys that you would probably be like, yo, who is that? It's like, bro, they got so many reps last year. The whole starting lineup was injured, so the bench played like the majority of the season. And now you're looking at all these players on the Grizzlies, like, oh. There's some guys here.
Yeah.
You know, so
I do feel like it's still we still got to see how the season plays out because it's
100%.
so early, bro.
100%.
Like, but I mean, to your point though, like
even the Suns, the Suns look great.
Yeah.
The Suns look like the Suns. That's probably the team that I'm like day and night in terms of like that ball movement. I do like Tyus Jones coming into the mix. It's like Devin Booker can be a scorer now, what he is, and fucking now it's not a matter of. Yo, Devin Booker has to like facilitate, and now he's like, I have to kind of be on ice because I got to get Beal and KD involved. Beal missed half the season last season. It's like, Suns is gonna be a threat.
But I don't know because the couple of Suns games I've seen, Devin Booker wasn't killing like scoring wise.
But
not saying that like
he's just. But that's a matter of I'm like he'll catch it. He's off. You know what I'm saying? But I just like how that ball is fucking rotating on the joint, and I'm like, the Suns looking at that roster, I'm like. Don't expect the 7th, 8th seed finish from them this year.
What are you expecting? I don't expect it. Like 5, 6?
Top
4,
5.
5.
Top 5. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And Mavericks, shout out fucking Clay, man.
Clay came in balling.
No, Clay. This is the one thing, I don't know if you're noticing that I'm kind of like, yo, Clay's never had this before. He was really a primary person on the Warriors, and teams played him accordingly. He's not the same.
He's like a tertiary.
He's not the same. He's not the same guy. He's not the same defender. Way easier to guard that on the Warriors, and the Warriors all about movement, right? So you could lock in on him. With the Mavericks, you have 2 players that could command double teams in Kyrie and Luka separately.
Yeah.
When they drive. Clay's had more open looks than he's ever had in his career. I'm like, literally, Clay catches it and there's nobody. I'm like, he literally will dribble it. Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is kind of spooky,
that's unheard
man.
Of. Yeah, you can't get. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying.
This is the Mavericks are already scary, lively. he's gotten way better in this offseason too. I'm like, yo, Lively is.
And you still got Gafford down there.
Now they got the whole season. No, like Gafford. I'm like,
PJ is still over there.
PJ and Gafford now they got a whole off. I'm like, yo, Dallas is live, and I'm not gonna lie, on the Wolves front, I know it's early, but I'm really liking Randall on the Wolves. That's looking good. That's looking good.
Yeah. The only game I seen the only game I seen with them was against the Lakers that opening night.
Right.
And
I thought that the next game he had 33.
Okay. No, I'm not even talking about Randall specifically. I'm just talking about like the Wolves in general.
They gotta get it right. They gotta get it right. Dante looking good too on that team too. So averaging 12 off the bench. I'm like, all right, yeah. So yeah, bro, like the league definitely got me on some.
NBA's underway. It's underway for sure.
I'm loving it,
and it's cool. Like the games are, what I'm saying. There've been a couple of blowouts here and there, but
the Cavs
the
are
games
4-0. Yeah. Darius Garland just had a 35-point game, fucking 80%. I'm like, yo, if Darius gonna be doing this, Evan Mobley, I'm expecting him to have a breakout year this year. I'm like, there's some parity. I'm looking at the Heat taking a fall off.
The Heat,
I'm looking at taking a fall off.
Yeah, they took a bad loss, I think, the first night.
And I'm like, the Heat is on the same game plan. You're not catching anybody off guard, bro. It's the same guys. Yeah. Bam refuses to shoot more. He don't want to score. Jimmy Butler's 35 going on 36. What do you think Butler just going to keep on being what he's been?
Superhero
no.
and
you see how injured he was last year? He's not. He can be clutch for you.
Yeah.
But to think he's your primary is a joke. Like, come on. And then Tyler Herro, you got Terry Rozier, but it's like you got a whole bunch of guys that probably would be third options on real teams, if that, But Tyler Herro, third.
Well, then they're like a third option there.
Nah, I mean, Tyler Herro and Bam are supposed to be the one, however you want to put it. Tyler Herro and Bam are it's not Jimmy no more. Jimmy's the third.
Okay.
But it's like, who going to step up? Look at Bam. Look at the shots he's taking. You're like, okay, he doesn't want to score. Yeah. So, Tyler, do you want to do it?
Duncan Robinson, where you at? It's like, nah. It's like, nah.
But yeah, like Magic. So I'll just break it up. The teams I'm watching for in the East, Magic and the Cavs, super, super interesting teams that you can't count out. And, on the West Coast, they got Suns. I think that like the Clippers, that's my team where I'm like, yo, I'm not asleep on them. I think that's a very interesting team. But yeah, man, I'm so excited NBA's here. But we're still in the throes of NFL, and now these games are starting to like mean shit too, and we're starting to get a picture of who's who, and NFL really lit. I know last week
where we got to start.
Yeah, Anthony.
No, Jaden.
Oh yeah, bro.
What are you talking about?
Bro,
the Commanders. Dog, that was the livest shit I've ever seen in my life.
How do you feel, man? As bro. And I'm gonna say this too, because you've definitely been these past couple of years. I know that's your team, but you've kind of like, yo, my emotions, they haven't been invested. No. But I can't I'm checking the environment, the landscape, man. I'm seeing
people tuned in. People tuned in. People are awake now. People are awake now. You know what I'm saying?
That's my team. The social media videos of real time of that shit happening have been
what's
hilarious.
Crazy, Brooke, dog. What's crazy, dog? I wish there would have been I wish I had cameras set up here.
For you.
Me and my homies was here watching it.
Explain you.
So
explain how that was.
So my homies that I used to do the fantasy with, they was here. Lucas, Serge, we was all here, right?
Okay.
Bro, but the thing is, so I'm gonna just speak on the Hail Mary real quick.
And
First
did
of all,
Stevenson bullshit in real time. Did you?
I didn't see that in real time. No, bro. Right. But when I tell you, we're all sitting down there, just kind of like.
It is what it
defeat
is.
Okay, man, it's the last play, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We literally let this game go. We were dominating the whole game. You know what I'm saying? We were dominating the whole game. A win was almost a foregone conclusion in our eyes. And then they scored that last touchdown, and I'm like, damn, we really let this one slip. But fuck it, we're still a good team. We should have won this game, but we lost it. But we'll
you didn't
be
let
back.
your eyes off the screen. You watched that to the zero.
No, yeah, we watched it. So
some people are like, yo, it's over.
So literally, literally, we're talking about it. We're kind of talking like Sean says they got to throw an out route right here. You know what I'm saying? Just get a little bit closer. I'm like, dog, they're not gonna put it on the foot. There's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's done. You know what I'm saying? So we're watching the joint, bro. When Noah Brown catches the joint, the the crib goes crazy, bro. We all go crazy, like literally for like a good like 4 minutes. We're just screaming in disbelief,
and are they
bro.
Fans too, or just football?
No. Basically, everybody that most of my homies are all like Commanders, but everybody that was here, it was only like 4 of us. There was like 5 of us.
It just hits harder if that's your team.
Exactly. So, and that's the thing,
crazy,
bro.
As
a football moment, it's crazy.
So if it's your team, oh man,
bro, that's what I'm saying. Like I've never seen something like that from a team that I care about. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen Aaron Rodgers complete Hail Marys. I seen when DeAndre Hopkins caught that one joint. You know what I'm saying? Remember that joint with the Tebow shit? All these I've seen hella crazy plays that I'm like I can get excited for because it's a great football play and it's clutch. But like never when it's my team. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But bro, like when like I can't even like really put it into words other than like the crib just went crazy. You know what I'm saying? But if we actually like talk about the game, because mentioning Stephen A again, like he said something earlier where he was doing like his top 5 teams or something like that. And I think maybe Jeff Saturday.
The Commanders did they break?
No, he didn't. He didn't put him in there. But Jeff Saturday was like, "Oh, I will put the Commanders at number 5 or number 4 or something like that." And he was like, "Nah, they should have lost that game. They went on a Hail Mary." I'm like, "Bro, were you watching the game? We were like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Caleb Williams had 100 yards passing. Jaden Daniels had 300. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I will say to that though is, a dude like Stephen A.
You don't really watch the games.
I mean, look at his brand, man.
Yeah,
you don't have.
You just talk about him. Yeah, not facts.
I've literally seen his analysis, the quality of his analysis go down. Like because, and I'm not knocking it. Yeah. It's like, bro, you understand. You are the biggest TV. Sport. The First Take. You're one of the biggest TV personalities of the modern age.
Busy
man.
Busy
guy. Yeah. You can't watch the games.
You gotta watch the highlights.
You be talking out your ass.
Yeah, but you can't. But you can't say things.
But until you said, you're like. Yeah, you didn't watch the game. Because why would you say that? Like, that's wrong. It's false.
And what's funny because the other dude, I can't remember his name. I want to say it's like Dominique or something. The other dude that be on that show. Yeah. He was like, no, bro. Like the Commanders should have won the game, and then they should have lost, and then they won. You know what I'm saying? Because we're watching that shit. Like, bro, when the Bears going for that last touchdown. First of all, we had I think we had one touchdown literally called back. You know what I'm saying? And then we ended up having to kick it after that, and then we missed the field goal. You know what I'm saying? We got one of the best kickers in the league. So like we shouldn't have even been that close. You know what I'm saying? So these niggas go in and score, and I'm just like, dog, I can't believe that this just slipped out of our heads. You know what I'm saying? But then that shit happens, and I'm just like, that's kind of it's kind of a testament to like what kind of season this is looking like. I mean, it's still early, but like you said, we're in the thick of things. Things are starting to mean more.
Snyder is gone. Yeah, this is a new era. It is a new era, and this like if you're even looking at y'all wins and shit like that, it's like. No, bros, it's shit.
And this is a crazy.
Feel happy. It's something to feel good for.
This is a crazy notch on Jaden Daniels' resume for the season. That's already looking like a historic rookie season for a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? 100%. It's like this is a crazy notch to add on to it.
Better than RG's.
But like literally, like statistics wise, he's broken like so many like. The first person to do this through the first 6 games, then through the first 8 games, then through the first 9 games. You know what I'm saying? Like he just every week it's like he's the first person to do this through these amount of games.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And I mean, let's talk about even the fucking throw.
Yeah. 60 yards in the air.
Nigga, that's a bomb.
After coming off a rib injury, you know what I'm saying? After running around for fucking 15 seconds or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
You know, he's
that was a crazy play, and it's crazy because like Serge be sending different like reaction videos and stuff. I'm like, I never get tired of watching that play. I never get tired of watching that play.
There's Bears fans in I'm gonna send it to you. It's the video, man. There's Bear fans in the fucking like in literally. They're looking at the end zone.
And they're in the stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
And they're just like, yeah. And the dude the film is like, they got the Bears jersey on and shit. And you can see Stevenson
talking this shit. Yeah.
I was shocked.
How did you feel about that?
I was shocked.
Yeah.
This play hyped.
And he's still talking. Yeah.
And he's just like, let me run over here real quick. I was like, wait, are you dead?
The nonchalance was crazy.
The shit snaps. Yeah. And you were like,
not only did it snap, the niggas like people are down the field. The receivers are like maybe like 20 yards from him before he even like.
He was like, let me go.
Yeah.
I was like, Yo, bro, to play.
I'm low key impressed the fact that he got his hand on the ball though. Like I'm low key impressed with that.
I mean, he's a good. I mean, he's a good.
He's
corner.
a good player.
He's actually a good player.
I didn't know shit about him.
He's actually a good player.
Yeah.
But it's like, and then they also showed he was making bets to Bears fans before the game.
Oh really?
So I'm like, when you see that, it's like. It's a big coaching blunder because it's like even like Dan Orlovsky's like, yo, as a coach, how do you not see even like one of your? He's like, there's a lot of things that happen. He's like, even that out route to Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, Orlovsky pointed out he was doing the same thing the pay before.
He's like, there were so many things as a coach that there was red flags all over. You should have like hold on, we gotta bring this back together. But literally that lapsage, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. If you was on if a Belichick was the coach,
You're gone. You're gone.
Man. You think he even give a fuck about who you are?
I don't care what's left on your contract.
You see how we did Malcolm Butler?
Or you're sitting,
Yeah, like you're sitting.
Yeah.
And it's like I think some players need to have that shit instilled in them real quick, and then you know what I mean. At least he had the wherewithal to be like, yo.
Yeah, he nipped it in the bud.
But it's
like,
yo, bro, trust me. I know you got that hate in them hate tweets. 100%, 100. Like,
yeah.
Bro, that shit is unbelievable.
Nigga got egg on his face for sure.
But yeah, back to the shit. As soon as Cuz caught the fucking ball, everybody going crazy. The nigga in the video's face, bro, was like, bro, I was, he was so, and he was just like,
I'm weak.
Everybody cheering, like,
I'm weak.
I was like, oh, real fan. Oh, he is sick.
Yeah, but bro, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? The roller coaster and the whirlwind of emotions that was going on is because we were like that before, like literally the drive before when it's 30 seconds left and we let these niggas score after we had been up the whole game. Not even just up, dominating the whole game, bro.
Cuz was getting interviewed in real time as the players going. It's like, I think he was just saying like, yeah, we good, we gonna be solid, and he's like, I told you.
I'm weak. I'm weak. Yo, this dude the way that motherfucker erupted after that play, that shit was crazy. Yeah, facts. The way that shit erupted was crazy, bro. That's definitely one of the greatest plays I've ever witnessed with my own eyes. Man. And I was even telling my homies, like, the fact that we was all in the same room watching that together made it even more epic. Because, like, if I would have been just in the crib watching it, I'm sure I would have, like, blown up. But it's like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get hyped for a couple of seconds, and then, you know what I'm saying, you go back to just living life. I think we had, like, poured up shots after that. Like, it was we was turned. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
But yeah, that was great. Another thing, like a standout.
But there was. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say another thing, unless you were gonna say about that.
No,
game.
I was just gonna say like this weekend was kind of full of a lot of good games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of kind of I feel semi-revealing too. Like, like for instance, the Jets are done.
The Jets are done.
They're cooked.
They're done. I could have told you that.
But I'm more so like now this is like a nail in the coffin shit because I'm like, all right, Devontae Adams the second week held to 0 targets, 0 receiving yards. You lost. Talking about games, you're supposed to, how the Bears took that one away. Yeah. You were supposed to win that game. You were
winning.
Dio brought up a stat, bro. He brought up a stat where I never, again, the stat. I'm like, yo, damn to be these people that keep these stats that make it look embarrassing.
He be up late with the producers, like, give me something that I can talk about that nobody knows.
They said, yo, there's like the Jets held the Patriots to under 250 total yards offensive. The Jets scored over 20 points, and the Jets were, like, leading in the fourth quarter. He's like, there have been 750 games that have went like that, and the Jets are the first team to lose. I was like...
That's insane.
Oh, wow.
That's insane.
To the Patriots. This is not even
to
a team
rebuilding Patriots. Yeah, like a rebuilding. This is probably their second win.
Yeah, maybe, and that's the Jets' 6th loss, and they're 2-6, and then you got Damian Woody coming on and shit. Like now, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, man, it's very. I don't know how you defending a dude like Aaron, like he catching all the flack. A dude like Damian Woody's like, the Jets were better last year with Garrett Wilson, and they were 4-4 at this time. They're 2-6 now.
Yeah.
And not to say like Garrett Wilson better. It's just like, yo, bro.
No, Mike Wilson.
Yeah. No, Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson is the running back. No, he's the wide receiver.
He was the quarter. No, Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson's the wide receiver.
I'm sorry.
They had Mike White, and they had Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson, and then it's like, yo, bro, it's so crazy because I'm like, it is like an organizational failure that you thought
But Zach Wilson isn't a better quarterback.
No, it's not.
I think last year the scheme had to be different because of who they had at quarterback.
He's not a better quarterback, but I would argue it's like no, but that was actually a better team because the defense was significantly.
They couldn't rely on their quarterback. They couldn't even depend on their quarterback.
And the defense really held their shit. And then at least your skill players did their thing. Like Brees was tough, and Garrett Wilson.
And what's funny is that they still are.
Zach, Garrett Wilson,
they still are. Brees is still nice. Garrett Wilson is still nice. And even Braylon, the dude behind Brees, is nice. You know what I'm saying?
And it's just like it just looks like the production all around is stunted. And it's like, and coincidentally,
this is all A-Rod?
No, I'm not. It's not all A-Rod. I said coincidentally, it all happens when A-Rod comes in, Salah is gone. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, like. You start to magnify the concessions made for A-Rod, and then it looks like a total overlaps as an organization. Like y'all didn't put the team first. Y'all put Aaron first. It's not Aaron's fault. This is y'all fault.
Y'all gotta have boundaries.
Y'all trying to make a dude happy. And you didn't even realize this team is in shambles.
What's good for the goose is not good for the gander.
Right. So now I'm like, and what's so like, it's like prophetic. It's like, wow, bro, why is your career so eerily like Brett Favre's now?
Oh my God, literally.
To the team he went to.
Y'all went to the
You're
same
not going to go
team.
to the Vikings from here.
No,
but you know, they're good.
There's no more stops
like,
for A-Rod.
Wow, bro.
There's no more stops after this.
No,
this is the last team we'll play for.
You know, and then that's that. I don't really have nothing more to say, but this is not the year, and next year won't be either. And that's how I feel about it. But then there's another thing that kind of happened that, we were talking about prior.
Now we can get to Anthony Richardson
because we weren't gonna start off with that, man. That's not good vibes.
It's funny because we was watching that game, or like we was watching that game because I think towards the end that was the game like they switched.
And in real time, it probably doesn't look crazy.
No. I literally I remember. So he does that little scramble. Yeah, he does this, which is like I need a sub.
Right, and
so I'm like, this is
I
need a sub. I'm like I've never seen a quarterback. You like come get me. This is what I said to my homie. I was but I'm like joking. I'm laughing. I'm thinking maybe like he just did the wrong symbol. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like maybe he like is hurt, but like he's just doing this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking like in that moment because I wasn't watching it, but I'm thinking in that moment if you see that maybe it's like my rib or like like I was thinking I ain't gonna judge you right there. The presser. It's what's going to let that nigga know.
It's funny because like I saw that and I didn't think like he's tired. I'm like like that's funny that he did this like come get me. Yeah, I'm like you're the quarterback and I literally said this. I'm like you're the quarterback. There's nobody to come get you. You know what I'm saying? I say this and then like the next day, I think yesterday is when I see it comes out that he like said in the presser that he was tired.
Funny.
And I was like,
it was funny when I saw it, but now that's not funny. Like that's like
now it's concerning.
Huh? Because look, you were drafted last year and then you got injured. Obviously, cool out the season.
We get that. I feel like he's had injury problems though, because he even got injured earlier this year.
Injured tweak. I was already saying that. I was like, yo, he keeps getting these tweaks.
Yeah,
but. And this is the thing that kind of confused me about the Colts. The Colts were saying, like, we're in a rebuild. And even Flacco, when they got him, it wasn't – we're not trying to contend. We're just trying to make sure we maintain. But the thing is, sometimes you do a disservice because one thing I'll say about the Colts, even though people be talking about ear sale, whatever the fuck, I'd be like, no, organizationally, they scout really well, and they keep because you never hear about them, but their defense, the O-line, D-line, it's always solid. Yeah. And they Jonathan Taylor is a beast.
I'm about to say Jonathan Taylor.
Like it's always solid, and it's always that key piece. We don't have the QB. That's why this shit is not clicking, and that's why I don't look crazy. We're actually a pretty good team. Yeah. And then when you see Flacco,
they got Michael Pittman.
Michael Pittman as well. You got Flacco in there, and then you see him with this team. It's like, oh, this team isn't bad at all.
Yeah.
But then you know what there's the team stance is. This is Anthony's squad. Joe Flacco's just a safety net. Yeah. So even though you're seeing like Anthony's injured,
the team is better when Joe Flacco's in.
I was like, I didn't need to see Anthony. I'm like, yo, bro, he's young. Why don't we just follow the mold of what we have seen from Mahomes, from Rodgers? Don't have to play
these niggas when they're ready.
You don't have to play,
when they're overwhelmingly ready to play. That's when you play them.
I think that is like it is tried and true, bro. Like they do not have to play, and y'all setting these niggas up, letting them just play and save the franchise. No, this is football, bro.
Yeah.
This is hard. This is not no.
It's not basketball.
It's not basketball.
It's not
bro.
basketball.
You cannot save the franchise as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you need to be built into this shit. And now I'm like, they were just so thirsty to get Anthony back
Jaden
out
Daniels.
there, and I could kind of understand because he missed all of last year. So you're just trying to see what you got.
Yeah.
Before that shit, niggas playing like ass.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah.
Like ass.
Yeah.
He's in the bottom of like historically of at minimum of this many passes thrown and shit like that. It's like he in the Tebow ranks.
Yeah.
And I'm like the Marcus Russell ranks. I'm
man.
like the Leaf rank, the Ryan Leaf ranks.
They can name it all the bus.
He's in the like
Yeah.
you see all their names on the joint. And I was like, hey, you might have to chalk this one up as L.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, because you're not the thrower Darnold was, it's not going to happen with the Colts.
Yeah, yeah.
You kind of just KO'd your career with the Colts. Like, you're not going to start on this team.
I was about to say, like,
do you start on this team? I don't know,
even
but you
today,
don't start here.
Even today, the fact that they now basically made Joe Flacco the starter.
If he's injured, you will get in. That is how it goes.
I was about to say, so
you will
like,
not play.
Is this the Colts saying that we're done with you?
I think so.
Yeah.
And I think the Colts are going to now
look for a new quarterback.
For instance, there's interesting situations. You have the Vikings have a rookie quarterback who tore his ACL. That is the only reason we even got to see Darnold.
Oh, word.
And Darnold
now Darnold
looks
like he's
the guy.
For sure.
So you're like, huh? But you're hearing rumblings that the Rams might try to make a
Falcons
move.
got a rookie quarterback too, didn't they?
They did.
And then it was a whole controversy when they got.
But the thing
Kirk.
is, and it's kind of interesting because Kirk not going nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. Kirk is
And
actually looking
Kirk
like
is not a placeholder guy, bro.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere.
he's got a few years left.
He's coming. What is it? Kirk is coming. Get to the huddle talking about. Walk into your trap. Take over your trap.
Oh,
I'm like, oh my God. Y'all got what I'm saying. Kirk always do that.
Oh,
I was like,
walk in your trap and take over your trap.
In the hole. Like,
where was he when he had the big chain on the jet? Where was that? Was that Minnesota?
It might have been.
You know what I'm talking about? When he had that big ass chain on the jet.
And then before that, with y'all, you like that?
You like that?
Yeah, like he's a likable dude, man. And
sure.
and Cousins is, he is today's day one of the elite quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
He is that. Like, bro, this thing is, he's having one of his best seasons ever off the ACL tear.
Yeah.
And that's not to again, if I'm Penix, just chill, bro.
Yeah, because you're
just chill.
You're gonna outlast
you're
Kirk
good.
Cousins.
You're good. You know what I'm saying? But there are situations. So like the Rams. Now they got their receivers back, but there were rumblings that the Rams might even move Stafford just to prepare for the future type of thing.
Really?
Yeah, but now I think they're trying to gauge because they're not a bad team. It's just you didn't have Cooper, you didn't have Kupp,
Nakua.
and you didn't have Nakua, and now that you have them, and your division is the division is sweet.
Yeah.
So the Rams are kind of like, I think they kind of scaled back.
And
on
they just
there was
beat
talks on that.
They just beat the Vikings too,
Yeah,
right?
So they scaled.
Yeah.
You're not hearing that no more. Kind of quelled real quick. But the Vikings do have a quarterback, and again, Cousins he's not gonna leave. So I do think that the Falcons would possibly be opening.
But what do you do with Richardson? You send him there?
I'm not. All I'm saying is there are quarterbacks.
They're trying to acquire a quarterback.
If you are a team that is starved for a
quarterback you got?
quarterback, these teams may be willing to deal with you.
To give you one?
Yeah.
But what do you do with Richardson? That's my question.
Richardson is he's going to be relegated to a backup.
Yeah.
He relegated, and also I wouldn't even give up hope on Bryce Young. He'll probably be traded too. I think he just needs another situation
new scenery
too.
Yeah.
But
it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I would call it unfortunate. It's kind of like you said earlier. It's mismanagement of a quarterback. But also, I don't know.
It was a dumpster fire, and it was like, yo, save us. It's like, yo, bro, his whole strength was how he processed offenses. How he processed the game. The O-line is shitty, and he's short.
He don't even got no time to do nothing.
How the fuck he can't even do what? So he's kind of it's like, yo, I kind of set him up. Like,
and I'm even looking at like an Anthony Richardson. I'm like, was he even that good? Like, I know last year he showed some signs because I remember coming into this year thinking, I remember Anthony Richardson from the previous year, and I feel like I've seen him do some good things as far as like rookie quarterbacks go. Because people was talking about like him and CJ Stroud, like rookie quarterbacks taking over, same way they're doing with like Jaden and Caleb right now, right? But I saw him play in the preseason. He completed like his first pass, or like the first drive, went down the field, scored a touchdown. Right. Looked like ass after that. Ass. Like literally like overthrowing, underthrowing. Like literally, I don't think he completed another pass the whole game. And he played like the first half. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I was like, oh, like, okay. I'm like, well, that's preseason. I was like, let me not think too much of it. Right. But then, you know what I'm saying, looking at how the season has progressed thus far, and I'm like, oh, maybe he's just not that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about the NFL is a organization or a league that like wants like sometimes they reach for quarterbacks. Like they want quarterbacks to succeed, and teams specifically will be like, oh, well, we need a quarterback, and this is one that's available. Like he looks good. Like
you said, this word that stuck with me because I really love it. It's like it's not projecting; it's wish casting.
There you go. That's
you're like
that's a great way to put
what
it.
You want. Yeah, that's what you're trying to put on him. So
he's not showing it to you, but you're seeing it in him. You're seeing something that he's not even showing.
Or you take the flash and you're like, the flash is him. Yeah, it was just a flash. Bro. You can't really do that
and two, you gotta like think about. College is college. Like I know that there's some players who can, you know what I'm saying? Look at Jaden. Look at like Caleb is playing well. He didn't, you know, I'm giving him flack against the Commanders because he didn't have a good game.
Now I don't want to hear the no, Lamar.
He's a good quarterback. He puts the ball where it needs to be.
Do you see what he's doing this year?
He puts the ball where it needs to be.
Yeah. And now do you see they just got fucking Deontay Johnson from the Panthers. They might have just got their fucking number one.
The Ravens?
They might have just got their fucking number one.
They just got Deontay Johnson?
That might have been
that's crazy because this weekend I was because I bet on the Ravens and I'm like, dog, their receivers are not. I mean, I love Zay Flowers, you know what I'm saying, but likely I like too.
Was their number one. Bateman has been their number one, and it's kind of like Bateman's good, bro, but he's not a number one.
Yeah,
he's just making it work. But
I mean, all three of them, Zay Flowers, like they're all like speedy guys who is like, if I don't get over top of you. You know what I'm saying? It's not really much I can 100%. Do. You know what I'm saying? They were dropping balls like this.
Now you got somebody that can play for something. And even though he's had like
Deontay?
Even though you've had some morale problems, right? That's how he got off the Steelers because the attitude was bad. Cause
I feel like Pittsburgh. I feel like is a different vibe than Baltimore. I feel like Baltimore is.
But I'm saying from Pittsburgh into the Panthers, right? Yeah. The Pittsburgh, you fucking had no fucking quarterback, and. He had a little bad sportsmanship. Yeah. That's not rocking with Tomlin. Yeah.
But I'm also saying from how they move. They're more of like a Patriots kind of like this is how we do things here.
100%. I'm saying now Deontay's like. No, now you can come into a winning culture, and
a team that I feel like is a little more laid back. But I also feel like they're a little like the Ravens. I'm saying it's like they're nice and they got a winning culture, 100%. But they're probably a little more laid back. Like you could be you. Do you feel that?
And I think it's more so off some look. You got your get back. Yeah. We're rivals.
Oh yeah, in fact, you're gonna see them twice a year.
It's more so. It's like we're trying to catch you motivated, bro. Yeah. We're not lax here.
I'm not saying laid back. I'm saying like I said laid back, but I don't mean like they don't care what you do here. I mean like they're like Tomlin gives me more closer to Bill Belichick vibes than Harbaugh does. Does that make sense?
100%. I guess I'm more so saying, and I agree. I'm just more so saying. Even if that's the case, Deontay he wasn't the greatest teammate. Like I understand you have no quarterback, bro, and I understand you're open on so many plays and they're not throwing it to you.
Yeah.
I get it, bro, but
it's like look at this offense.
Don't quit on the team and shit like that.
Absolutely.
So that's why you went to the Panthers. That's why you ended up there because now it's like, you're a talented player, but. Teams see that and they're like, we don't want that.
We don't want that.
Ravens are in a situation where like
we need somebody.
A receiver facts. That's looking like a gem on the low. We can trade and we won't even have to give.
What did they even have to give up for him?
I have to look at that.
It's funny when you never hear about what was given up. Right, it was basically nothing. like if somebody gets traded, you are gonna hear about what was on the other end of that trade.
Lamar,
and
Derrick
Henry.
Career both having like bro, he's gonna step the fucking line.
The Ravens offense. I mean, I don't know what the fuck happened to them this weekend, but the Ravens offense. I mean, me and my homies were saying, Jameis, you never know what the fuck you're gonna get with Jameis, dog. Take the presser out of it. But no, he is. But besides that, like. Jamie, you never know what you're gonna get with him, dog. Like,
he's straight. He's straight. That's what we're gonna say. Like, he has proven, nigga,
he's a gunslinger. He's
had multiple.
He's a gunslinger, and he's got that winning thing, dog. Like, he's got that winning thing.
He did it in college.
Teams that play,
throw 4 picks
teams
in the
that he's
first
on,
half, and I would throw 5 touchdowns in the second
teams
half.
that he's on.
That's what he do.
They have a chance to win.
Short memory, bro. He never beat himself up, and his vibe since he was on is infectious. They love him.
Yeah,
they love that boy. Like Deshaun, him day and night. Day and night, man.
Yeah.
And Winston actually has experience of leading a team at least, even though we didn't go far with the Buccaneers. I've been the guy,
and with the Saints too, right?
But he wasn't the guy. He was still back. He was back up to the Breeze and the.
Facts.
But here it's like the whole. You heard at the beginning of the season. You heard put Winston in.
Yeah.
And then I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, I did feel bad for Watson how it happened. I was like, yo, this is just like divine intervention.
Yeah.
The way you just seen his Achilles pop right. I was like,
low key. That's how my shit did. Like I planted. And gone.
And I was like, oh shit, bro.
That shit was crazy.
The way you were playing, with this, it might be a career.
Yeah.
Might be a career.
Like his career's over. Oh, like no one who's gonna take a chance on him,
bro? You just had an Achilles
take your 230, 240, and just go.
And do you see the money?
Yeah.
Who?
That's what I'm saying. Just take. I'm just saying.
Him?
But Cleveland has to pay it regardless.
Oh yeah,
right?
no.
So I'm saying like he might as well just call it one.
They're in the books. They're fucked.
Yeah, he might as well just call it one.
If I'm Deshaun,
he's not getting another contract.
That's what you're saying. That's where I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, bro. I think it might be like how Kaepernick. You know, he didn't get it. He had a knee and all that, but it's like, yo, you were playing like ass though, bro.
Before this happened.
That was like
this is
our.
Y'all
failed to realize it wasn't something we wanted to bet on.
Yeah.
And Deshaun has 230 guaranteed playing how he was playing.
Yeah.
They traded Amari Cooper. Like they're like, you're not doing shit with none of these people. Yeah. And now Winston came in, you forgot. Oh, they got Jerry Jeudy. I forgot they had Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy and Njoku had a crazy joint.
I was like, bro, you just like, you forgot. I was like, oh, wow. And I was like, you know, in rivalry game, the Ravens just got caught lacking real quick, you know? Like, so.
So did I. I put him in my parlay.
Yeah.
But the moment I did it, I was like, fuck. Like, I don't want to bet against Jameis because you never, especially when it's his first start.
No
like, it's not even, I mean, I understand that. But it's more like, no, that for sure. But it's more like, with something that I've noticed with Jameis is like when he's in a new situation, he got like a new energy. You know what I'm saying? So like if this would have been like his 4th or 5th start with the Browns, I'd have been like, okay, maybe he's gonna catch an L because the Browns aren't like a good team, right? But when he comes into like new situations, it's like new energy, and I felt like that new energy was not. If I was thinking clearly, you don't bet on that new energy in his first start. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be gassed up.
And
you know
a
what
lot
I'm saying?
of people thought Chubb would have his under. Like no, Chubb actually had a straight game. You know?
Did he?
So,
I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I was watching the game, but
because last week he had like 20-something yards, so everybody was just hammering his 48 under.
Really?
And it was like
you can't bet. So again, you can't even bet on against Chubb.
Like,
Chubb unders. I've never even heard that.
That was an easy.
heard that
before.
Yeah.
You know, he went over that. But yeah, bro, like a lot of parity in sports right now. One thing I love when my sports is looking even across the board. Like I can't call it.
What you mean?
Like for instance, Chiefs. 6-0. Mahomes having his worst season ever. Like I'm not like I want to be sold on, but I'm not sold on. Like I just like the parity that it's not a foregone.
But they say
conclusion.
that their defense is probably the best it's ever been.
100%. But Mahomes is the worst he ever been. So I'm like, yo, the Ravens.
These games are really low scoring.
Ravens, this is the fucking year, man.
I'm looking at Detroit. Like
I think we have a Ravens Detroit Super Bowl.
The thing about Detroit is that the thing about Detroit is that you see a lot, kind of like with the Eagles. Maybe was it last year or 2 years ago, where like you have these hot starts to the season or like first halves of the season, and let's see if it continues to click throughout the season.
The thing about the Lions though, it's kind of like they're adding on from last season. Last season was a win. Like even though they didn't get to where they wanted to go, they changed the franchise changed. And shout out fucking what's his coach? Cause Dan Campbell, man, that dude changed the whole culture of that bitch. Like last year, they ended up 12-4. When was the last time Lions were 12-4? And to come into the season and the win, they got the win over the Vikings, even though the shit was, it was controversial. It was like they coming into this the way the Lions and the Ravens are coming in, they're like, no, we are them.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
like
what that was the Super Bowl everybody wanted. But
that is the one that everybody wanted.
And then you got
the
Chiefs. Niners, they got so many fucking injuries. You got McCaffrey coming back and all that, but it's just
but you still don't got Debo.
Like
you still don't got Ayuk.
Ayuk tore his ACL. Like so, it's like it's looking like that window. Like is it
closing?
For the Niners, they've been 5 years, been right there. And so it's like again. But you're looking at the Lions like Lions got a fucking two-headed monster, Montgomery and Gibbs. Yeah. You got Mont St. Raw. You got Laporta. Yeah. Like, bro, this nigga Goff had fucking like 4 touchdowns on 85 yards, 12 for 15. I was like, he didn't even have to do shit. Yeah. I was like, man, and the defense is tough. I'm like, man, it's really tough.
No, look, I want to see Detroit in the Super Bowl because they dropped 50 last week. They dropped 49 the week before that. Like I'm looking at Detroit like they do look serious. It's just it's to me it's always about who's clicking in the second half of the season. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's always 100%. About. Like first half of the season when you're looking,
and if they have it,
have it now. Yeah. And I'm not even saying I want them to have it. I'm just saying like if they're clicking like this when we're heading into the postseason, then I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah. Right. Clicking like this, you kind of rest on your laurels. I'm not saying that they're gonna do this. I don't even think that Dan Campbell is gonna have them like that. But I think of like the Eagles, the Cowboys, like when they got these early starts of the season and then they just completely tanked towards the end of the year.
I mean, that's how the Eagles started last year.
Yeah.
I guess I just really like who the Lions like who and how they've done it. I'm like, oh, this is very convincing. Yeah. Like, all right. Cool. Yeah. All right.
And low key,
Vikings are up there. Vikings are really tough.
I feel like the Vikings are starting to.
They're like, I think they're
starting to plateau.
They might be going into the shit we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe this is y'all slump right
here, right?
Yeah. Y'all 5-2.
Yeah.
All right, get it together. Like, Even though that like.
And they just dropped 2 straight.
Like, and that loss, you can definitely say that was bullshit. Like that was a fucking nigga grabbed his whole fucking face. Man. There was a safety.
Oh, this past week.
He grabbed his whole shit.
Oh yeah.
I was like, bro, I know
against the Rams.
I know the textbook. You don't let it come down to that though. But I was like, bro,
but that is bullshit.
Nigga, you call that.
That
was determined shit,
Yeah, that's bullshit.
But yeah, so I like these new teams that are just it's like, oh man, all right, shit to watch for. So
yeah,
I
for
really
sure.
Fuck with
I do always
even for
like
the Commanders, nigga, that's a new team. Like it's a long time since Commanders have had a commanding lead in the NFC East.
6-2, that's crazy. I wouldn't even say we got a commanding lead right now because the Eagles are 5-2. They're right there.
They not out of the Eagles.
The Eagles don't. Yeah. I feel how you feel. I don't feel. I feel like it's not like really.
And I just want to say this.
Yeah.
On a FanDuel perspective.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you bring Saquon and not let him get the fucking rushing touchdowns? Hurts. Why do you have 3 rushing touchdowns, bro? Yo, that shit. Hey, yo, that shit.
Bro, but you know what they're gonna do. You know what they're gonna do.
Bro.
That's what they're gonna do. You might as well take the Hurts anytime. You might as well take the Hurts anytime rushing anytime touchdown over a Saquon anytime touchdown, dog. If they get to the goal line, if they get within 2-3 yards, if it's within 2-3 yards,
break out for his touchdown.
That's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. It's nobody. That's
don't put AJ Brown for a touchdown. No, he's gonna rush it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to think of who the running back was there last year. DeAndre Swift or whatever. Like ask any of those Eagles running backs. They don't get their touchdowns, bro. He said, can I just say this?
Annoying.
Nah, it's funny because like I was literally saying, wait, he had 3 last week?
He had 3 rushing touchdowns.
Last week?
Bro, can he get 1?
I know, right?
I'm not saying
now I see what you said. Okay, I'm weak. I thought you were saying he had 3 for the year. He had 3 last week.
It makes you think like, bro, what are you on?
I'm looking at teams like, because I even said this to my homie on Sunday. I was like, dog, like why don't teams got if it's me, bro, this offseason, I'm figuring out a way to fucking stop that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what we got to do. Sell all out on it. I don't give a fuck. Like, we have to figure out a way to make motherfuckers not do that no more. And then 2, and I was gonna say also like on the other side of that, like, why doesn't every team just do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't every team just put their running back and their fullback behind the quarterback and just push them, or even put a fucking offensive lineman back there if you got to?
Because sometimes you got teams like the Ravens, like we don't gotta do that. Henry.
Oh yeah, Henry.
Like, some teams just really don't. Yeah, I think it's a
Derek.
I mean, like, to be honest, like look who is Sirianni. Like
but even
like, if you look at the cultures and the coaches, I do think that is a personality in who's running the team. Like,
but they was doing it before Sirianni one day. When they doing that with when they doing that
No,
what was it Doug Peterson?
No,
was there
that's
before?
been a while though. Peterson's been with the Jaguars for a couple years
that's
now.
Facts, that's facts.
But I'm saying
Sirianni's been there
like
how
for
long?
instance, like the Detroit. We were just talking about
Yeah.
them. I don't see them doing a tush push.
Yeah.
Because like again, I'm assuming, but I just think that
I wouldn't even. I'm not even talking about like if it's all some pride shit. I'm talking about like it works. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had Derrick Henry, I would tell him to push the shit out of fucking Lamar Jackson.
I feel you. I guess, but you had. I don't know who it was, if it was the teams or the leagues. You have people kind of trying to petition that. Like, they don't want that. They're like, yo, so it's like, it lets you know the sentiment. It's like, yo, y'all, oh, damn, y'all, it mean that much that y'all, like, stop that. Y'all not supposed to
That's
be able
what
to
I'm
do
saying.
that.
Like, figure out how to fucking stop
it's
it.
It's a little glitch, right? But
it is a Madden glitch,
but teams are not following up.
That's facts.
Man.
It's been a great season so far, both for NBA and NFL, and it's gonna be even litter as we get on.
Sure, man. Next time we come back, we'll have a new president, so it'll be very interesting.
Oh yeah, probably.
I'm working election night, so I'm working election night.
Oh yeah, we definitely got to hear what the calls are gonna be like.
Bro, man, 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. I asked for it.
Like overnight type vibes. Word. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting next week for sure.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Early.